Today we are talking about the number 3 and what that represents in the Bible. And I was kind of shocked when I did my research because I expected the number 3 to point straight to the Trinity. And in my mind, it always will. But none of the commentaries that I referenced, none of the other things that I looked at mentioned the Trinity, which was really shocking to me. In my mind, yes, the number 3 absolutely represents the Trinity every single time. But this is what I found, and I got this from BibleStudy.com, and it says that the number 3 conveys the meaning of completeness, although it's to a lesser degree of completeness than the number 7. So it's not as heavy of a completeness, it's a little bit more mild. It gets its symbolism from the fact that it's the first of 4 spiritually perfect numbers. Those spiritually perfect numbers are 7, 10, and 12. We may talk about 10 and 12 next week. Who knows? We'll just see where the Holy Spirit leads. There are 3 righteous patriarchs. Those were Abel, Enoch, and Noah. And then there were 3 righteous fathers, like spiritual fathers, and those were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, the interesting thing is, on the 3rd day in Genesis, that's when the dry land and the plants were created. That gave life to the planet. It gave a place for man to live. It gave a way for man to grow food. It gave provision. Now, the interesting thing is that provision came before man came. It was like God preloaded that provision. In the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prayed 3 times before his arrest. He was placed on the cross at the 3rd hour of the day, which was 9 a.m., and he died at the 9th hour. There were 3 hours of darkness that covered the land while Jesus was on the cross, from the 6th hour to the 9th hour. That darkness lifted when Christ died. Christ was dead for 3 full days and nights, a total of 72 hours, and resurrected just before sunset. Next to 7, 3 is the most commonly referenced number in the Bible. An angel is charged to cry 3 woes to those who live on earth to warn them of more trials to come in Revelation 8:13. The murdered bodies of the 2 witnesses will not be buried. They will be exposed for all to see in Jerusalem. How long? For 3 days. Before they are resurrected. A triple threat of unclean spirits will be allowed to deceive the whole world to fight the returning Jesus Christ in what is called the Battle of Armageddon. The New Jerusalem, created by God for placement on the earth, will be shaped like a square with 3 gates on each side. We saw yesterday that Jesus said, "I am the door," meaning that he is the one that lets the sheep in and out of the flock. When I looked at the 3rd letter in the Hebrew alphabet, it is the word Gimel. And the interesting thing is it means to nurture, to ripen, and it also is a picture of a wealthy man chasing down a poor man to bless him. So when I think about that and I put that together, what comes to my mind is that God is that wealthy man and he is chasing us down to bless us. And how does he bless us? He blesses us because he nurtures, he guides us, he helps us to mature and grow in our faith in Jesus Christ. That's how he blesses us. Now, as I looked at this, one of the things that was coming up over and over and over again is the 3rd day. I suspect that we may have a video about that very soon. It may be even tomorrow. But when you look at the Bible, you will see that the words 3rd day happen over and over and over again. It's hard for me to say that and not think of the band from the 90s, which was a great band. But, we know that Jesus rose from the dead on the 3rd day. We know that on the 3rd day, the land was created and the plants were able to grow. And there's much, much more. So that is something that you can be looking forward to as we move forward. Have a wonderful day. God bless and keep walking the walk.